Tonight we're hearing for the first time from College of the Desert's new interim superintendent and president. Dr. Laura Hope most recently served as an associate superintendent at Chaffey College in Rancho Cucamonga. I spoke with her today about her new position and her goals for COD. Dr. Hope, first off, tell us a little bit about yourself and why you wanted this position with COD.
Well, thank you, Peter. I'm a native of the Inland Empire. I've lived in the Inland Empire my entire life. I had family living in Indio and La Quinta, and my parents lived here in Palm Desert. So some of my first early memories are attending the fireworks displays as a child on the lawn of College of the Desert. So I'm proud to be part of the Inland Empire communities. And when I saw that the position was available and knowing some of the strengths of the college, I was really interested to be part of the next chapter.
What are your goals for COD and what do you foresee some of your challenges might be?
Well, some of the challenges include there's always too many needs and not enough resources, human or otherwise. And so one of the things that we're going to be doing is working on how we prioritize going forward. We've got the implementation of our bond. So thanks to the voters, the college has an infusion of money to complete a number of capital projects that are going to provide better access throughout the valley. So that's going to be one of our challenges. Like other community colleges in California, we are facing an enrollment challenge. And so meeting the needs of the community, both online and in person, while we also grow things like dual enrollment in order to expand access and expand equitable presence in the high schools is one of the things that we're looking to do. So we also are up for accreditation this year. So the college is working on its itinerant documents that go with the accreditation process, and the commission, our accrediting commission, will be visiting in the spring. So there's a lot of activity around that, as well as a lot of the great projects that were already underway, like Edge and Pledge.
Your timing is interesting. I think you come to COD in the wake of, shall I say, controversy. There's been some division, as you know, among the board and also regarding some of the projects. How do you plan to address those?
Well, at the bottom of all of the board members' agenda is student access. And so some of those debates have been about how best to create access for our students. And the one thing that the community can count on is a commitment from our board to make sure that every person in the valley that we serve has access to quality education. So I want to be held accountable for creating that access, supporting that access. I think the controversy has been just about how best to do that. But there is no controversy about the value system of the governing board. And honestly, that's what attracted me to the position. This is a college that faculty, staff, administrators, and the board care deeply about the college and about its relationship to prosperity within this region. So for me, even though there maybe have been some turbulent waters to this point, I think we can build on a foundation of commitment to students and opportunity.
Anything else, Dr. Hope, you would like to say before we let you go?
No, just thank you for your interest and your support of the college, and look for great things from COD.
We look forward to it. All right, we appreciate your time. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.